Hello and welcome to Bexio. In this video I'm going to show you all of the accounting settings as well as the accounting functions. Okay, so we're gonna start by going through the basic settings, and then I'm going to show you the more detailed settings for the accounting. And when we finish that, I'm going to show you the functions that we have in Bexio for your accounting. Okay, so let's start by clicking on this button, Settings, and then Company Profile. This is a rather important setting because from here you choose your legal form, which is crucial for your chart of accounts. So please make sure that you have chosen the right legal form. When you have chosen the correct legal form, then please click on Save. Also, you can change your company's name and your first and last name and address here. So we're good to go from here. And we're going to click on Save. So that's actually it for the basic settings. The more detailed settings are also found here, Settings, but then instead of clicking on this button, we go to All Settings. And then to the accounting section. The accounting settings are divided in three parts. The first is all about the accounts. So here we have the chart of accounts. We're going to click on it. Here you can adjust the existing accounts, or you can even create new accounts by clicking on this button. To adjust an existing account, please click on the account you wish to change, and then you land in this menu. Okay, so here you can change the account number if needed. You can also edit the name. The account type cannot be edited because it is linked to the account numbers. So if the account type is not correct, probably you have to change the number of it. Also, you can here select the account group where you want to have your new account in, and you can also select the standard VAT tax rate. And you can also decide whether this should be active or not. Active means it will be visible, and if you don't tick the box, it won't be visible in your bookings. And to save it, just click on this button, Save, and then we're good to go. Adding an account is just as easy as it is to edit one. Just click on this button, and here you can also fill in the account number. And again here, the account number, throughout the account number, the account type will be set automatically, so don't worry for that. Here you can add the name. We're going to name this test account just to show you how it works. And we're going to put it in the assets group and choose a standard rate, this one. Now I'm going to save it. Oh, it already exists. So I'm going to add this one. Okay, so right now we have got the account number 1202, and it is here. Perfect. So that's it for the chart of accounts. Probably you've noticed this little lock symbol here. This symbol will only pop up if the account is A. It has already been booked on this account, or B, if this account was created through the banking, which I'm going to show you in another video. Okay, so these accounts cannot be deleted, but you can still edit them. Okay, so that's it for the accounts. Let's go back to accounting, and there we have the account groups that we've talked before in the chart of accounts. Here it's basically It's basically the same menu as it is for the chart of accounts, but instead of creating accounts, you just create the account groups. So here, if you want to edit a group, just click on it, as we've seen before, and then you can also edit the name, the account group number, and also the parent group, so the group that is a level higher than the group that you're editing. And if everything is okay, you can click on Save. The handling of creating a new account is exact the same thing as we had in the chart of accounts. So we can click on Add Account Group, and there you can choose the account group number, put the name in, and also you can choose the parent group. If you click on Save, it will be transferred in your group of accounts. Okay, so let's switch to the second setting in the accounting settings, which is the VAT. In the base VAT settings, you can say if you are subject to VAT or not, and if you are, you can also add a VAT number. I cannot change this because I have already closed 1 or 2 quarters in the existing VAT period, so that's why this field for me is grayed out. Okay, and here you can choose on how you would like to report the VAT, whether it is declared on invoice sent or on invoice paid, and also select if you have the effective reporting, or if you are using net tax rates. Here you can choose your default VAT rates, which will then be automatically applied to a new document without any special settings. But you can still change the VAT rates in your corresponding document that you're opening. But those will just be imported straight away, so that you don't have to think about it. Okay, so that's it for the base VAT settings. The second part of the VAT settings is shown here, which are the VAT tax rates. And here, it also, the handling is also very similar to the chart of accounts and account groups. So you can edit the existing ones by just clicking on it. There you can make it visible or not. You can create a valid from and valid until date. You can add a code, the tax type. In my case, it's VAT due, sales tax. Also enter the correct tax rate, and you can also enter the digit on the VAT form. This is only for Swiss customers, because our VAT form has been created only for Swiss customers. So if you probably don't know the number from the VAT form, please contact your accountant, then he can for sure help you out. Okay. You can also delete it if you want to, but in my case, I'm just going to save it. I'm going to say this will be active until December this year. Save. And now I'm back in the overview. I can also add a tax rate. Here here you can choose from between all of the tax types, and then fill everything out and just click on save, and it will show up in the overview. Okay, so that's it for the tax rates. Let's go back to this section. And the last part of the VAT settings is standard VAT settings. In this menu, you decide, you can change the default tax rates for all of the different documents that you have in bexio. So for example, you have the quotes. Oh, excuse me, it's not the tax rates. You just you can here just modify the way the VAT is calculated. So for every single document. So here you can decide if it should be net or gross, and if your quote should, for example, if your quote should include the VAT or not. And this you can edit this throughout all document types in bexio. Once you're done with that, you can click on save, and it will be transmitted, and from there on active. Okay. Okay. And last but not least, the last setting of the accounting settings is the fiscal years. So the years that your actually your business years. You can click here. This will give you an overview of all of your entered business years in bexio. You can also edit them by just clicking on this button, and then you can just move it easily to another date. Okay. So right now we have finished the basic and the more detailed account settings. Now I'm going to show you the actual accounting functions that we have in bexio. And to go to this, we click on accounting, and there we have four different menus. The first one is the manual entry menu. I'm just going to click on it. And here you have the manual entry mask. Okay, we're going to start by filling in the date. The date will be filled in automatically with the current date. If you want to change it, just override it by clicking in this field. Say, for example, this was from the 12th of September. Oops. To move forward, I'd recommend that you use the tab stop. This is the document number for this manual entry, and here I can fill in the debit amount. In that case, it's a bank account, and here I can add. I'm gonna put in gross proceeds cash deal, because this has been I have sold 100 pencils to a customer. Here I can choose the VAT rate. In my case, it's this one. So sales VAT, and the amount that the customer paid was 150. And from this amount, we will automatically take away the VAT. So you don't have to book this separately. Okay. If you probably have entries that you have to enter in a different currency than Swiss francs, you can just change it by clicking in this drop-down menu, and there you can choose from the existing currencies here. If a currency is missing, you can also edit. But to do that, you have to go to the general settings of bexio, and then under features and modules, you can add a new currency. But in my case, it's a Swiss franc booking. I'm gonna save it. So if I want to book this, I just have to click on post entry. But in this example, we are going to save this this booking as a template. So if you have bookings that you have to type in more often, you can easily create a template for it. To do this, just click on the three dotted symbol here, and then you can say save as template. That's what we are going to do. Pencil sale. All right. Now it is saved, and you can always choose the templates here. So I'm going to say pencil sale, and it will automatically add the current date here. And now everything is filled in. I can now click on post entry. Now I can decide where I want the VAT to be assigned to. Once again, if you're not sure about this, I'd suggest that you contact your accountant. Okay, assign VAT in post, and there we have it. So it has been posted and booked. If you have probably if you made a mistake in a booking, it's easy. Just click on the booking here, and then you can just continue to override it. And then once you're done, probably here I will have another account. I'll take this account right now, and then I can just click on save, and the old booking has been overwritten. Okay. Oh yeah. Another important part about this book about the manual entry mask is you can also add files in PDF format to the bookings. So you can from here you can upload the file from your computer, or you can also take one of those files that you have saved in apps here in this section. So in my case, I have uploaded a file already. I'm going to take this, and now it is linked to the booking. Okay. All right. So that's it for the manual entries. The second part is the VAT. And as we discussed before in the settings of the accounting, we have talked about the tax form. And this is right now calculating. I'm going to show you how this works. So here. And again, this is only available for Swiss customers. So if you use bexio abroad, you cannot profit from this function. Okay, and here all of your VAT bookings are listed, and you can. There are actually two ways to get to your bookings. You can get to them by clicking on the relevant digit. This will then open a journal of all the bookings that have been saved under this digit. Or you can also click on VAT journal and then select the digits from here. Or you can also say, if you want to draw an export from this, download all digits as Excel file. Here on the top right hand side, you will find the overview of quarters. To open another quarter, just click on it, and then we're back here. So in the second quarter, I didn't have any bookings, so that's why it's 0. You can also mark the tax quarters as closed here by this, with this button, and you can also print out the VAT form. But I have to tell you that you cannot send this to the VAT department. You still have to copy the entries to the original form. Okay, that's it for the VAT journal and for the VAT form. The third part is the year-end closing, and as the name implies, it's all about business year closing. So here you have the option of closing the year by clicking on this link. And if all of the ticks are green, then you're good to go to close the business year. But please note that once you have closed the business year, you cannot open it by yourself. You have to contact us, and this is, I can show you the message. This will be opened by us, but it is related to a fee for opening it. So if you are not sure, if you're not 100% sure to close the year, probably just leave it open then. Okay. And if you don't want to close a year but still would like to transfer some of the bookings to the new year, I can show you the function for this. We have to go back to year-end closing. And here you can carry all accounts forward to the 1st of January 2018. So you see this is already been done by me. And in my case, my business year 2017 has no entries in it. So that's why That's why there is no button at the moment. But here you can transfer your bookings without fully closing your year. Okay, that's it for the year-end closing. The last part of the accounting functions are the reports. So here, if you click on reports, you will land in the journals. The journal is a summarized view of all of your bookings. But still, we have created some filters for you, so you can here filter all manual entries, all debtors, customers' invoices, creditors, that are bills, expenditures, expenses here, opening entries, and also if you are using the payroll feature from us, payroll journal entries. That's for the journal. Then we have the account ledger. The difference between the journal and the account ledger is that the journal will show you all the bookings. The account ledger will mirror only one account for example for one business year. So here you can choose the financial year. In my case, it's 2018, and then we're going to take my bank account. And if I click on apply filter, it will show me a summary of all the bookings that have been created on this account. If you want to print the whole account ledger, I mean all of the accounts, you can click here, print all accounts in PDF format, and you can also print the account ledger for the previously filtered account if you click on this button, or you can also download it as an Excel file. Okay, next one are the open positions. The open positions give you an overview of all unpaid invoices from customer side as well as from the bill side. So if you entered here an effective date of probably let's do it for this year, December 2018. If you then click on this button, it will create you a list of all the unpaid invoices by the end of December this year. The same applies for customer account. This will show you the statement of the customer account by this date, and here the unpaid invoices of the bill side. Okay. Next one is income. In income, there will only appear there you will only see bookings that have led to an upgrade of your how can I say this, of your bank accounts as well as cash accounts. So everything that brought money into your company and has been booked to one of the I'm going to show you this. Wait a second. It is only one account group is listed in the income, and it's this one. All right, it's cash and cash equivalents are listed here. So in the income you will find all of the positive bookings for the cash and cash equivalents, and on the other hand, if you go to let's go back to it. If you go to expenses, it will show you all the minus bookings that you had on your cash and cash equivalents. Here we have the income statement. The income statement is by default activated for the current year, but as in all of the all of the options here. You can also filter it by clicking on this button, and there you can change the financial year. So let's say we'll take 2017 in that case. And then you will see the income statement for the last year. In the filter, you can also show the comparison between with the previous year, and you can also tick the box if you want to see accounts with 0 values. You can also filter just income or expense accounts. So if you click on this one, all the expense accounts will disappear. If you click on this one, all the income accounts will disappear. And you can also change the decimals. If you want to have it more detailed list, you can add some decimals here. Then click on apply filter, and you will see your filtered list. Okay. And here we have the balance sheet. It's basically the same thing here with the income statement. If you click on the filter, you can change the balance sheet date. You can also exclude all the other accounts you can exclude liabilities by clicking on asset, and exclude assets by clicking on liability. You can change the decimals. You can show the comparison, or you can also show the accounts with 0 values. And very important is this applies for both income statement and balance sheet. You can here generate the balance sheet or income statement as PDF, Excel, or CSV document. Okay, and the last part are the logs. Normally you don't have logs if you have not changed a specific. I have to say it in a different way. So here logs will only be shown if you have the net tax rate and you have edited a net tax rate. Only then you will see the logs. So normally that's just a blank field. Okay, so that's it for the accounting video, but I'm going to continue to show you how you can add your accountant or fiduciary to your system without any extra costs, of course. Okay, so to do that, we have to go to settings and then click on plans, add-ons, and users. And here under invite and manage accountants, you can invite your accountant. You can just then enter their email address, and then they will receive an invitation via email. And once they have accepted it, they then have immediate access to your account. If you want to limit the access of your accountant, you can do this also via this button, and the overview will exactly look like this. Will exactly look the same as this one for the regular users. So here, for example, you can activate or deactivate certain modules. For example, if you want your accountant to have access to the accounting but not the contacts, you can just deactivate the contacts for your accountant, and then click on save, and the settings will be applied. Okay, I can now show you, if you have more questions that are probably have not been answered in this video, you can go to our website. I can show you this, just a second. Okay. Okay, you can go to our support help center, support.bexio.com, and there you will have an overview of all of our modules and features available in three languages: English, German, and French. Okay, thank you and have fun with bexio. Goodbye.